investigative reporters. That's why we're... Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to Bum Slide Thursday.
Oh, my gosh. Good for you.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that it was Bum Slide Thursday.
It is. It is.
See, you know that Luann's retiring in June.
Well, I did hear that.
And we're going to need a new co-host for the show on a permanent basis.
I don't know.
Well, you got stuff going on?
I don't have anything.
Don't cover your microphone. You'll sound all muffled. It'll sound like you're in a... It'll sound like you're in a can. You have Prince Albert in a can? Let him out.
Let him out. Let him out. Good morning, folks.
Hi, everybody. It's radio day, so turn us off and just turn on the radio. No, don't. We need you. And besides, KC Security would be disappointed if you didn't tune in because they're our sponsor. And... What? Daniel LaPrade from KC Security is actually going to be on the show today.
Oh, he is. That's right. He told me that. With Edie.
With Bush Plain Edie.
Yeah.
We have a really full show today, actually, because The Sound of Music is opening at Cora Collegiate. I love the musicals at Cora. They're so much fun to
So much talent there.
I know. So, and you know, they have so many kids that come up for the shows, they have to double and triple cast.
Yes.
So the two Marias are here.
The two Marias?
Well, okay, to be fair, they were here. It's pre-recorded because the kids are... Well, they're not in school today, are they? They could have come here today. They're all...
Yeah.
They're out, aren't they?
It's a strike day today.
It is. It's a strike day. Is this the one where the entire province is out?
I do believe so today.
This isn't the one?
No, I don't know.
There's another one coming up where it's like monumental that both boards are shutting down the schools for one day. We went down to Fabricland yesterday, Keith and I, to get some stuff for the Adams family and to make some stuff. And you should have seen the teachers outside Ross Romano's office. Holy toot! They were all over, first of all, they were all over the corner of Queen Street, all the way down Elgin, all the way down on the Bay. It was massive. There, from what the polls say, what people to the public opinion is that the teachers are getting all the support from the public now. The public has had it, and they're telling the government, you better get your ducks in a row, government, because you're doing the wrong thing by the teachers. So the teachers are getting a lot. You know, for a while there were people who were I heard some people on the picket line saying, a friend of mine is a teacher, and she said, some people are really, really rude. They blame the teachers. Yeah. Don't blame the teachers. Look at what they're asking for. They're asking for things that are better for your children's education. Hey,
well, and the thing is, we were talking about this at the YMCA the other day because we have YMCA holiday camps for those parents that are, you know, displaced by the fact that their children are not in school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Yeah, we have YMCA day camps, strike day camps. So wait
a minute. How do you get your kid in there? If you're a person.
They just come to the YMCA and register for the day camp.
Did you know that? I didn't know that. Yeah. That's very interesting. Very good to know.
Yeah, so
you're chatting on what happened.
And I was saying that when I was a kid, I remember some strikes going on in school, but I certainly don't remember them being as big and long as these ones have been or the past ones have been. Right? It was a few days, and it was like, okay, you know, we had a few days off, and then we were back again.
Well, it has been the nature of this particular government to dig in their heels. So
it's really reminiscent
and then they back off in the long run. I don't know why they're not backing off sooner. You know, like, and all that, I don't know. I don't want to get into it because I just get upset.
It's very upsetting.
Teachers, I feel like you are very supported by the general public, and so we wish you the best.
Absolutely.
And kids, stay out of trouble today. Oh, anyway, I was talking about The Sound of Music, for heaven's sakes.
Yes, yeah.
So, okay, so the two Marias are on the show. I'm going to do two different interviews. We're going to visit one Maria and have her sing, and then the other Maria and have her sing. It's like Maria Squared.
Maria Squared. How wonderful.
Yeah, and then anyway, Bush Plain Edie stops by with Daniel, because it's the Family Day at the Bush Plain Museum.
Yeah. We have some activities at the Y for that too.
Do you?
Yeah. We celebrate Family Day because we're a family, family facility.
You certainly are.
We certainly are.
The YMCA. Hey,
guess whose birthday? We've got to talk about birthdays.
Yeah, we do. Okay. Whose birthday is it?
Stockard Channing.
Okay, I have loved Stockard Channing ever since I saw her before. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's Stockard. Stockard Channing has won a Tony Award for 6 Degrees of Separation. She's won Emmy Awards for The West Wing.
Yes, yeah.
And probably a lot of people know her from Grease.
That's right.
The musical.
Yeah, Rizzo.
She was Rizzo in Grease.
Yeah, she was the Rizzo in Grease.
How old is she now?
76.
Get out.
Yeah, for sure. If I look back then at 76, I'll be like happy.
Well, I remember Stockard from before Grease.
Oh, what?
1973. As a matter of fact, my birthday, November the 6th, 1973, a made-for-TV movie came out called The Girl Most Likely To. Does anybody remember this one? I was only 11 years old, but I remember it. Stalker Channing played a college girl who was quite homely, very unpopular. People teased her. They actually humiliated her. She was bullied. She changed college 3 times in like 5 years. Men were awful to her. And at her final, this last school that she was attending, things got really, really bad. And then she was in a car accident. And she had plastic surgery because of the car accident. Yes. She was like in a coma and stuff. And when they unwrapped the bandages from the plastic surgery after that, she was lovely. She wasn't homely anymore, and she'd lost weight because she'd been. Well, no, she was Stalker Channing, but they had used prosthetics and they made her look chubbier, and they gave her awful hair. Okay. And they gave her bulky clothes to make her look heavier. Oh yes. And then, of course, she comes out of the hospital all svelte, with nice and everything, all made over. So then, that was before. See, they made her look like that before. Oh, yes. Oh, God. Then she comes out of the hospital and she's all lovely, and she exacts revenge on all the people who did her wrong. They don't know it's her because she doesn't. They don't recognize. And she says she used some. She was studying like crime in university, and she uses the stuff she learned in college to pull off these crimes to kill the people who did her wrong. Oh my goodness! In the process, a police detective played by Ed Asner starts trying to solve these crimes. He figures out it's her. They fall in love, and he marries her while she is incarcerated. Oh my goodness. And what I did not know until I looked this up, because I wanted to make sure I had my facts right, I did not know until half an hour ago The Girl Most Likely To was written by Joan Rivers. Go figure. And Agnes Gowan, whoever the heck she is. Yeah. When she's at home. Yeah. Anyway, happy birthday, Stalker Channing. Yeah, that's right. Stalker Channing was not her real name. What was her real name? Her name was Susan Stockard. She married a man named Channing in the 1960s, so she became Susan Stockard Channing, and then she just dropped the Susan and she went by Stockard Channing for the rest of her professional career. Amazing. Stockard, interesting first name. Now, that brings me to another thing. Yes. It's Get a Different Name Day. Oh, it is Get a Different Name Day. It is. Hello, my name is... Look at this, I'm new. That's funny, Michael, I like that. So, Susan, was there ever a name that you wish you had been named instead of Susan? What's your name? Is your name Raya in Finnish? My first name is Raya. Raya. Raya Susan Rajamäki. Her name is Raya Rajamäki. And if you married a Mackie... If I married a Mackie, it'd be Raya Rajamäki Mackie. So, was there another name besides Raya or Susan you would have liked? Susan. Your mother calls you Susan. 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 Samantha. Samantha. I always liked Samantha. Really? Yeah, and it was because of Bewitched. That's funny because I always wanted to be called Endora. Look at this. No, that was Jeannie. That was Jeannie. That was I Dream of Jeannie. Yes. Bewitched was Brinka Binka Bink, except Endora did. Yes, she did. Yeah. Agnes Moorehead. My father wanted to name me Elizabeth, and I'm thankful that my mother, really strong-armed that, because I didn't want to go through life being called Dizzy Lizzie. Dizzy Lizzie or Lizzie Mackey. Lizzie Mackey. Betty. Betty Mackey. Betty Mackey, yeah. Okay, you don't watch The Masked Singer. No, I don't. You didn't even know what it was. I didn't. He was talking to me about it this morning, and I went, what is this? And he had to really explain what it is. So last night they unveiled the monster. And I was right. It was Chaka Khan. Well. Yeah. I still believe the turtle is Jesse McCartney. Okay. Because about the clues I talked about last week, but also he was on the Today Show with Nicole Scherzinger one morning, and that was a clue last night. So anyway, and Jordan Sparks, I still believe, is a kangaroo, and I believe that the white tiger is Gronk, who cannot sing. Gronkowski, the football player. Oh yes, yeah. Last night they all did an opening number together, and the one person who didn't sing a solo line was the tiger because he cannot sing. They put him on The Masked Singer, and he cannot sing. Just can't sing. No. Okay, we only have 30 seconds left, so we can't do your Fantasy Island thing, but I want to hear about that. Yeah, remember the TV show Fantasy Island? There's a movie coming out, and Sue got some scoop on it. Yeah. It sounds so cool. We'll talk about that soon. But first of all, let's go and watch the interview. Yes. Because you haven't heard these girls sing. No, I have not. Wait until you hear. One is in grade 9, one is in grade 11, I think. Unbelievable, these voices on these girls. So stay tuned for The Sound of Music, 2 parts. First part coming up right now on Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim, brought to you by KC Security. We'll be right back.
lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Angelo, it's me, Vito. Imbecile, your brother. Listen, you bring 10 gallons of flat eggshell or white paint.
Last year we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
This is On TV.
Oh my gosh, the hills are alive. How are you, Enid?
I'm good.
This is Enid Viperhag. Deneen Williams from Cora. How many shows is this? Do you even know how many shows you've directed at Cora yet?
No.
How many years? Do you know how many years you've been doing shows at Cora?
30. This is my 30th.
Get out of here.
And I'm 29.
She is. Isn't that amazing? Reverse osmosis or something. Anyway, so Enid, you are playing Maria Von Trapp.
Yes, I
One of how many?
2.
You got 2, and I get them both today? Fantastic. What grade are you in, Enid?
I'm in grade 12.
Grade 12 at Cora. When did you start looking into music? When did you start just knowing that you like to sing and do all this kind of crazy stuff?
I've always been musical. I play violin, so how I got interested in Cora Theatre was I transferred from Superior Heights in grade 9, and I joined the pit band for the show Cinderella, and I just fell in love. So I kept doing theatre after that, and I got up on that stage.
So was this your first time though in the ensemble, like actually as a cast member? Before this, were you always in the pit, or did you do other shows before this at Cora?
I did other shows. So I started as Frenchie in Grease, and then last year I was Ariel, and now I'm Maria.
Wait a minute, did I see you as Ariel?
No, I
saw somebody else as Ariel.
Probably
probably.
Abby.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I saw Abby as Ariel. Oh man, well I'm gonna get to see you as Maria for sure. I gotta come twice now. That's all right. She lets me in for free. Don't tell anyone. How many now? This is crazy. Double cast.
Yeah.
How many productions do you do, including public performances and performances for students? How many shows altogether, Deneen?
Well, generally we do 10 in a week. So and it's triple cast.
Oh, you're triple cast?
There's some parts that are triple this year too.
So how many do you have? I don't know how she does this. What's your total number of students on stage altogether? Do you even know?
No, I don't know.
You don't even know.
There's the nuns. Now the chorus. There's so many nuns, and there's about 80.
You know what? The Catholic Church is going to want to recruit you if you can get that many nuns. Hey. If you need a nun, call Deneen Williams. And she's not even with the Catholic School Board. So, what are the show dates, Enid?
It runs from February 19th to the 22nd, I believe.
19th to the 22nd.
Yes.
Do you know your performance days yet? Have you told
Don't know that yet.
How do you decide who does what show?
She keeps it a secret.
You do?
Yes.
Until when?
They have to earn.
Oh, like you have to earn an opening night and earn a because those are the special ones, right?
Yeah.
Opening nights, Friday night, Saturday
And Friday night is too, because this year we have the Saturday matinees, a sing-along.
Wait a minute. So is it the regular performance, but you're inviting the audience to sing along? No kidding?
I've never done this.
Do people get their sheets and stuff to sing out?
There's two ideas right now. I'm either going to project it on the sides,
right?
But I'm guessing it'll be a lot of older people. That's just my guess. I saw Sound of Music when I was a kid, and it turned me onto musical theater. I love the Sound of Music, but I know people love the songs from Sound of Music. So why not have us sing along?
Right. That's a great idea. So when did you? I mean, I heard you sing already because you were getting ready. You're going to perform for us in just a moment. But that voice is quite mature. Do you take singing lessons? Or?
I don't.
Shut up! You just sing like that by your own self?
I take Miss Williams's vocals class, but that's about it. So.
Okay, because what I heard, there's like more above and more below. I think like you're gonna end up with a. Do you want to do this for a living? What do you want to do?
I want to study psychology, actually.
Well.
But.
You really?
Yeah.
Okay, you can study psychology. How about this? I will come and I will lie on your couch. You can analyze me as long as you sing to me. Any surprises in getting this part? Things you didn't expect? How's it been going? I mean, how's the whole experience been as a lead this time? I mean, Frenchie was a pretty substantial role.
And Ariel.
And oh yeah, never mind. Ariel was a lead.
This year was a lot less stressful. It's been great having Emma as my double cast because we get along really well.
That's nice.
So that's really nice. I actually tried out for Liesl, so it was exciting to get this part. Miss called me back and told me to try for Maria. So
sometimes that happens, though. You have the gentleman who's standing hello in our audience right now. Ethan came to audition for you for Rolf, and now he plays
the captain.
See that? I had a guy for the Addams Family that I'm directing right now. I had a guy come out sure as shooting. He wanted to be Fester. He's Gomez. Sometimes you just go, no, that's not right. But what about this? Yeah. So were you surprised then when you thought you were going for Liesl and she calls you back for Maria?
I was surprised. I kind of said no at the start, but then I warmed up to the idea and I came back.
Why would you say no? Were you nervous or you didn't think it was right for you or what?
I was just really wanted Liesl, but then I kind of changed my mind. So.
Liesl has like one solo.
It's a fun song.
Maria sings everything.
She dances around the gazebo.
Oh, see now, all right then. Did you ever hear the story about when they really did that in Hollywood? Okay, so when have you watched The Sound of Music?
Yeah.
I love, me too, love The Sound of Music. Watched it every time, okay? So, a couple things. First of all, you know when I want to go through the hills and she's walking through the birch trees? They weren't really there. They stuck those in the ground and the stream wasn't there. They dug that and made water run through it. Did you know that?
I did not know.
And when they got the overhead shot with the helicopter, you know the overhead shot coming in on her? The downdraft from the helicopter was so big it knocked her over every time. Take after take. But then here's a really good one. Liesl, when you see Rolf and Liesl and they're outside the house, that was done in whatever country they were filming in.
Austria.
In Austria.
Yeah.
Then when they run to the gazebo, that's done in Hollywood on a soundstage.
Wow.
So when the rain starts to come and they run, they actually ran, and that was the last thing they filmed. Everybody else from the film was wrapped, imagine. And she slipped and her foot went through one of the glass panels and she cut her ankle, and if you look closer you can see the tensor bandage under her stocking. Go back and watch.
Ooh.
I hope that doesn't happen to you when you dance. Oh, you're not doing that, you're Maria.
Yeah.
Well, I hope a helicopter doesn't knock you over in the wind.
Me too.
Okay, so family coming to see the show?
Yeah.
All excited?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, well listen, I look forward to seeing you and we look forward to hearing you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn it over now. Deneen Williams on the piano, accompanying Enid Wiper-Hague, who stars as Maria, one of the two, at Cora Collegiate's production of The Sound of Music. Show dates again.
February 19th to the 22nd.
And we're going to have a second part to this interview, by the way. We're also going to meet the other Maria. All right? So here we go. Take it away, ladies. Make your way over to the piano.
Voices that urge me to stay.
This is On TV.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. If you've smoked weed, wait at least 4 hours before getting behind the wheel, or don't drive at all if you're new to it, have eaten it, or if you've mixed it with alcohol.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Imagine knowing about incidents, closures, and roadwork all before starting your trip. Ontario 511 lets you know before you go. You can get real-time information directly from the Ministry of Transportation, because the more you know, the easier it is for you to go. And spend the time doing the things that matter most.
Hey, I thought you were bringing up a video clip, Michael.
Yeah, we were going to talk about Fantasy Island.
Oh, we'll bring it in now then. Here comes the clip from Fantasy Island, the new version of Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's coming. Here it is.
The Fantasy Island clip.
Control room, and I'm about to get this thing started. Congratulations to each of you on winning the contest, and welcome to Fantasy Island.
So, what's your fantasy?
The island tailors each fantasy specifically to the guest. Ooh. Your life is about to change forever. I hope you're ready. How the island does what it does is a mystery. It brought her back to life.
Wow, wait.
Okay, that's like what?
Right, totally different take on Fantasy Island.
It's scary.
It's scary. Where before it was like lovely and wonderful, and you go there and all your wonderful fantasy.
The plane, bus, the plane. Oh, I'm in love. I'm a B-actor TV movie.
That's right. All your wonderful fantasies came true on Fantasy Island. Now, apparently they've taken the take that Mr. Rourke takes your secret dreams and makes them come true on this luxurious island, but then the fantasies turn into like their nightmares, like their secret dreams. He pulls out their nightmares and whatnot. Isn't that crazy?
That's coming up on Valentine's Day?
Right. It's like though, like
kind of like
My Bloody Valentine.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I watched that show when I was a teenager, and I've been traumatized since. Seriously, I have.
Well, maybe that's why you don't have a Valentine.
No, that's not why I have a Valentine. It's like I said the other day.
I'm gonna be your Valentine. I'm out of town.
Oh, you're out of town. You're in Sudbury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to come? You can't. You got to work.
I have to work. I'm a working girl.
Okay.
I'm a working girl, definitely.
Wait. So how do you find it getting up? You don't have to get up this early to go to the Y, right?
Sometimes I do.
Do you?
Sometimes.
Oh, on weekends you do sometimes.
Sometimes on the weekends I'm up.
Because you got to be here at 7 o'clock in the morning.
I'm up to crack it crazy.
Yeah. So do you have a good time? You have a hard time waking up in the morning, or?
Yeah. Like so. There's been a study that like if you wake up to an alarm and you're feeling tired, that it's likely because you're waking up to that buzzer sound of the alarm.
So what should we listen to instead of a buzzer?
Studies are saying that we should wake up to music.
I won't wake up.
Either would I. I
just start dreaming about the song.
Yeah, I need an alarm that that is loud, picks me up, dusts me off, and kicks me out the door. That's the alarm I need in the morning.
I need an alarm that just turns a shower on me. Because that, you know what I mean?
Yes, like get the dust off in the morning.
Did the Jetsons ever have that? Did the Jetsons ever have a thing that would just take you out of bed and move you to the shower and turn you on and then do your hair? And
I bet they did. They were on that conveyor belt.
They were. Can we go into those?
George Jetson.
George Jetson.
Yeah. Do folks remember that? I don't know. Maybe some.
Jane, his wife, daughter Judy,
and their dog.
That was a terrible. Roswell.
Yeah.
That was a terrible theme song. It was just the same thing over again. I write KC security jingles better than they do that.
Yes.
Speaking of which.
Yeah.
Daniel's here.
He is. I got a chance to talk with him in the green room.
We're just waiting for Edie to show up and we're good to go. But next we have the news.
Yeah.
Chris is doing the news today.
Yeah, because Alex is still off ill.
Alex has been diagnosed now with bacterial bronchitis.
Oh my goodness.
Our new field reporter and what do you call it? Investigative journalist?
Yeah.
Yes. Chris Oldcorn is going to be our news anchor today. So that's coming up right after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
And Sue.
See you in a minute.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades including installation are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Will be closed Friday, February 21st as elementary, secondary, Catholic, and French teachers banded together Wednesday to announce a joint strike in a bid to ramp up pressure on Premier Doug Ford's government with contract negotiations at a near standstill. The news was released just before Education Minister Stephen Lecce took the stage at a downtown Toronto hotel for a planned talk, while hundreds of teachers protested outside.
Well, I'd say it's time that we get a deal, and the students of this province should be in class, Adrian. I think this escalation has happened far too often in our province. I would argue that I'm not the exception to the rule, nor is Premier Ford. I think there's not much in common ideologically with Bob Rae and the social contract and the common sense revolution of Mike Harris and every premier thereafter, but this happens too often in Ontario. And I think students deserve to have predictability. The aim of the government remains squarely on getting a deal. And the fact that I've heard that the teacher union leaders have opted to escalate again next week, knowing that there's still a pathway to consider private mediation, to invoke an option that makes sense, that worked with QP just months ago and that would help us end the impasse that is upending so many young people's lives, I think is an irresponsible choice. And my hope is, should there be present, is to hear the message that there is an option, a viable mechanism, an independent mediator that can help us drive the parties to an outcome that is defensible for all of the students of this province.
We are announcing a release of a video that we were able to capture of wild Atlantic salmon spawning. And this is pretty cool because this is, I think, the first time that we've actually seen wild Atlantic salmon spawning. It's ever been captured in North America.
Salmon conservation groups say rare video that captures wild Atlantic salmon spawning in a brook near a proposed gold mine site in northeastern Nova Scotia should help to convince governments to reject the project. The video shot last November was released today in Halifax by the Nova Scotia Salmon Association, St. Mary's River Association, and the Atlantic Salmon Federation. It shows a pair of wild Atlantic salmon preparing to spawn in McKean Brook, a tributary to the St. Mary's River near the Cochrane Hill gold mine being proposed by Atlantic Gold. The company says the proposed mine is expected to go before a federal provincial environmental assessment process and that protection from any harm to the salmon would have to be demonstrated before the mine is approved.
This is happening right below a gold mine, a proposed gold mine that threatens to harm this iconic species.
We came back to the camera we had set on that bed in that brook, and we had been off doing other things, and we pull it out, and we always check. As soon as we pull a camera out, we look, and we saw that for about 5 minutes a large female had been there, and we were absolutely ecstatic. I mean, there was no better place to get that footage, and it was very high quality footage. It's very clear what she's doing. She's turning on her side, she's using her big tail to get that substrate out of the way to make that egg pit.
One of the main risks is the concern about that the mine is going to bring up toxic materials. They're going to bring them up to the surface, and those can get into the water quality, and they are toxic. They can kill fish, and they can disrupt the life cycle and destroy the habitat.
Yesterday was a day when people were denied access to their workplace, not because of their political views, but because they were seen as symbols of government.
Premier John Horgan said he was taken aback and left despondent by anti-pipeline protests that saw hundreds of people block entrances to the legislature. Horgan says he supports free speech and the right to protest, but government employees and politicians trying to get inside the legislature should not have to face a gauntlet of people hurling abuse and blocking their way to work. Protesters supporting hereditary Wet'suwet'en chiefs who oppose a natural gas pipeline across their territory left the legislature Tuesday night after spending several days camped on the front steps.
That's unacceptable. It was unacceptable to me, and I know it's unacceptable to the vast majority of British Columbians. Peaceful demonstration is fundamental to our success as a democracy. But to have a group of people say to others, you are illegitimate, you are not allowed in here, you are somehow a sellout to the values of Canadians is just plain wrong.
We're challenging the injunction because we recognize that the injunction violates our civil liberties, our right to assembly, and our right to free speech. We are also challenging the injunction because we do not follow colonial Canadian law. We follow...
Demonstrations against a planned pipeline and in solidarity with the Wet'suwet'en hereditary chiefs have continued throughout the country. Protesters in Vancouver demonstrated outside BC's Supreme Court, while demonstrators in Ottawa criticized the failure of Justice Minister David Lametti to adequately address reconciliation. Meanwhile, in Quebec, protesters continue to enact blockades which have impacted rail service.
Justin Trudeau had been saying that we're a nation of the rule of law and the rule of law must be followed. If my Nishka grandmothers, grandfathers, aunties and uncles had followed the rule of law, we wouldn't know we're a Nishka. If they followed the rule of law, we wouldn't have any of our language left. If we followed the rule of law, we wouldn't know what a potlatch was. If we followed the rule of law, we wouldn't know what unceded territory is.
It's not about dollars and cents for us, because the people out there, the traditional people already said, we don't want the money. All we want is our home.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is weighing in on the protests over a BC pipeline project that have disrupted rail service across the country, saying while the federal government respects the right to peaceful protests, the rule of law must be respected. Trudeau made the comments Wednesday in Dakar, where he is wrapping up a visit to Africa.
First of all, this is an issue that is of concern. Obviously, I've had regular briefings and updates, and we'll be speaking with ministers a little later today on exactly this issue. We recognize the important democratic right, and we will always defend it, of peaceful protest. This is an important part of our democracy in Canada. But we're also a country of the rule of law, and we need to make sure those laws are respected. That is why I am encouraging all parties to dialogue to resolve this as quickly as possible.
Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
The man behind the myth. No, not the myth, the legend. There you go. The man behind the legend of KC Security. Hi, Daniel LaPrade.
Hello, Tim.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
With Bush Plain Edie. Hi, Edie Suriano from the Bush Plain. What's the whole title? Bush Plain Canadian
Bush Plain Heritage Center.
And you're having a family day.
We are.
You guys have so much going on.
Yes, it's awesome.
You're going to be there, Daniel?
Yes, we will.
Yes.
As an exhibitor?
We're going to have our car set up. This is our 3rd one.
Yeah.
Of course, we do all the security for the Bush Plain. So the thanks to Edie for having me on today with it.
Yes. Well, thanks for being here and thanks for sponsoring the show as always.
Yes.
So what kind of good stuff is going on Edie, at the Bush Plain for the families?
We have tons of things going on for kids.
It's a long weekend this weekend. Family Day is Monday. So you're celebrating on Saturday?
No, on Monday.
No kidding, you're going to work on Monday?
I work every family day. It's awesome though. We get to see all these people.
So when everybody's off school and everybody's off work?
Yeah, so they can come to the Bush Plains, half price admission. So good.
Really?
Yeah, so we keep it family friendly. There's lots going on. There's lots of activities for them to see. There's
How long a day is it? What time do you start?
10 to 4.
You get started at 10 in the morning and go right till 4?
Right till 4 o'clock. When the children come, there's games, there's crafts, there's demonstrations going on. Mr. Bonsu will be there.
Come on!
Yes,
he's making a reappearance
one more time.
Even though Bonsu is over, Mr. Bonsu's coming back again.
He's coming back again.
Hey, and who's that mascot right there?
That's Chase. Chase is coming.
Chase is there too.
Chase is going to be there. Elsa.
The kids.
Elsa. Look at the crafts. See? Some of the crafts we do. Wait till you see. We got about 6 different crafts.
Oh my gosh!
And Sky.
Oh, yes.
Happy Doe is going to be there.
Yes. And Elsa, too, you said.
Elsa's coming.
Look at the fun there.
The Northern Nature Trade will be open. See the kids, they're all looking for dinosaurs. And Tomica will be open. So we got
are they going to be open for that event?
We have our hockey exhibit still going on. That's all included.
Man, that's a lot of stuff.
Every child that comes will be leaving with an awesome gift just for coming to Family Day for us.
No kidding.
Yes. So once they come in, hopefully they'll come for lunch, where our concession is going nice and strong: hot dogs, hamburgers, grilled cheese, healthy snacks. Do you remember healthy snacks?
Oh, yeah. I do.
You always let me.
Whenever I came down for Family Day for Algoma Public Health, I said, Edie, could you do something with like apples and fresh fruit? And you do now.
And we do automatically now. So because not everybody wants a hamburger or hot dog or whatever, so.
Or rather than a dessert, they might want to have an apple to clean their teeth.
Clean their teeth.
Right.
So, and we keep the prices as low as possible so we can make it family friendly.
So when you say half price, is it half price for every admission price?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So adults are now, the regular $13.50, they'll be $6.75.
That's it, $6.75.
Seniors will be $6.25. Youth will be $8 for 4.
$4.
Children are normally $3, so they're $1.50.
$1.50
and 4 and under are free because they're always free. Yeah.
Edie, when you get in there and all of these arts and crafts are going on, there's no additional costs once you get in the doors?
Go play the games and yes.
So
Chopper the beanbag toss, we got that going on, and a little dart game.
So just bring some money for lunch and that's
hockey.
What?
Yes, we have a little little hockey net set up, so it gets a mini putt. Yeah, but it's all included. So come in, stay the day.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, all that
What's
stuff.
pond hockey apparel? What's that mean?
That's a company in the Sioux that sells hockey apparel.
It's a local company?
It's a local company, and they were there for us for the hockey exhibit last Saturday. So we've invited them to be back by the hockey exhibit with some of his apparel. Yes.
The model airplane club's going to be there?
Yeah, so you'll be able to sit, they'll have their little flight simulator plus all the model planes that you can see. So they're there.
What do you mean? The Kennel Club?
The Kennel Club, yes. So they're going to be there.
With dogs?
Yes, yes.
You can go and watch puppies and learn how to, they're doing an obedience and rally. What is it? Demonstrations on agility, obedience, and rally.
Yes.
And it's at different times throughout the day.
Yes. So that's cool.
Hey, is this stuff on your website or something? Or on your
everything's on Facebook and everything's on our website.
Okay, what's your website address, Edie?
www.bushplane.com.
That's so simple.
Yes, very easy. And Facebook. Bushplane Museum.
Bushplane Museum, simple as that.
Very good, yes. And Instagram, there's lots more than, as you can see, our lineup.
What's the flagship program? That's a good one too.
That's the Identa program. So they do the dental, the fingerprints.
They do dental implants of the dental things.
So
the kids, they get a dental.
And you take everything with you. They do not keep anything, but in the meantime, should something happen, heaven forbid, you've got all the dental.
That is very, very important.
Yes, and they've been with us for every year, so let's go.
Oh my gosh, okay, so this is just a reminder then. This is all happening at the Bushplane Museum, Monday, February the 17th, Family Day.
Family Day.
Doors open at 10.
Yeah.
You go right till 4 o'clock. Once you get in the doors, everything is included in your entry fee, which is 50% off.
That's right.
Daniel's going to be there.
And Daniel will be there with his vehicle.
Now, don't get Daniel mixed up with Mr. Bonsu.
Yeah.
This is Daniel LaPrade, Mr. Bonsu.
There you go, doing it again. See? LaPrade.
Did I say LaPrade again? I want to make you fancier and more French than you are. LaPrade. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
Nice
Hope
to see
we
you.
see everybody. Come on down.
Come on down. Bushplane Museum on Family Day Monday, and we'll be back to say. Oh, now we're back with the Sound of Music to meet the second Maria after this.
All right.
The Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades including installation are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
If you're struggling with thoughts of suicide, there is hope and there is help. You matter. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The calls are free and confidential. Call 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. You are not alone.
Okay, we got part 2 of the Sound of Music with the second Maria. Well, the other Maria. Let's not call you the second, because your name is Emma Martinen.
Yes.
You're in what grade?
Grade 9.
Which means you're how old?
14.
Hey, wait till you hear her sing. It's not even normal. Where do you girls get these beautiful, mature voices? Are you singing? Tell me first of all about your experience as a musical theater performer? Do you have a background or what?
Well, I found Annie, the musical Annie, when they did a revamped version with Jamie Foxx.
Oh, right, okay.
And I just fell in love with it, so I started taking vocal lessons at Case's Music with...
Who's your singing teacher?
Elizabeth Alloy.
Hi, Elizabeth Alloy. She's phenomenal.
She's almost amazing.
I've had the pleasure of working with Elizabeth on many shows.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she was my vocal coach, and she still is.
Yes.
And I wanted to audition for Grease. And Miss Williams said no because
What grade were you in?
I was in grade 7.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
so she was like, no, grade 7s can't audition. And then I sang at Singing in Suites, and she was like, oh, I think I should have let her
audition. It's a fundraiser you do.
Yeah.
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
When is that?
In October.
Okay, watch for it. Go on.
And she was like, oh, I should have let you audition. So in grade 8, I auditioned for The Little Mermaid.
Yes.
And I got Flounder. So that was my first time ever doing musical theater. And then I was lucky enough to get Maria this year.
Not lucky enough, fortunate enough. Luck has nothing to do with it when you're talented. Okay, so listen. This is pretty cool then, because did you get to do the production with Enid, who was already on the show this morning?
Yes. I think I had 1 or 2
You had 1 or 2 performances with her. And now here you are, co-cast as Maria.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
She mentioned that you guys are getting along great, and it's really nice to have you as a partner in crime here in this.
Yeah, she's so great to work with. She's so nice, and we can communicate on what we want to, like fix and work on, and it's really great, yeah.
Question for you, Deneen. How common is it that you end up with a grade 9 student who walks into a lead role? I mean,
It's not that common. Back in the day when I first started, it was Don Curry, and that was way back in the day. He was in grade 9. He got the lead in Grease. But the other one, Gabrielle.
Donnie Curry! My gosh! I remember Donnie. That was a long time ago, for sure.
Yeah, but not very common.
Okay, so how do you manage, pardon me for 1 second, how do you manage a rehearsal schedule when you've got this many kids? Like, would Enid and Emma come to the same rehearsals at the same time, or does Emma get her own rehearsals? How does that work?
So I block a scene with, first of all, we learn all the music.
Okay. So everybody together.
And then as the double or triple cast. And then I block a scene. The one group of kids does it first with Maria, switch Maria's next group of kids, and then the next group of kids and switch back, so 3 times.
When do you start all this?
September.
Okay, and the show opens coming up the end of this month?
Yeah.
February.
February 19th.
February 19th.
Yeah.
Okay, so, question. How many Captain Von Trapps do you perform with, or do you know yet?
Well, we were cast this year in like colored sections of cast.
Okay.
So I was in the red cast, Enid was in the green cast, and then there was a blue cast.
So you'll always have the same leading man?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
But sort of.
I can switch it if I want.
If she wants to.
Do you have the same children?
Not necessarily.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine one day you walk on the stage and go, okay, which one is which? I would get so confused. Now, what about choreography? Have you had any dance training? Because Maria has to do a little bit of movement. You got to do that little waltzy thing, and you got to do that little, what's that dance called that they do out in the patio where they
Landler.
Where she blushes.
We're starting to learn our dance this Thursday, so that's when we're going to start learning the waltz.
Do you have any training in dance?
I did. I actually danced just recreationally at studio dance for about 9 years.
SDA, studio dance.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you ever see me in the wings announcing the shows when I was
you started announcing after I left.
Oh.
So I've seen the shows.
I'm really very good.
Yeah, I've seen you when I wasn't on stage, and you were.
And I know
very
your
good.
dad. Your dad's been on the show, Dave.
Yes, that is my dad.
He's coming on again because it's Black History Month in February. So okay, let's talk again about where tickets are available. We haven't covered that yet. How do we get tickets for your show?
Well, you can get them at Cora, or you can get them at the box office in the Station Mall.
Okay, so Deneen, if they're at the Station Mall box office, does that mean we can also get them online then, the same way you can for the Super Theater Center?
Yes, you can.
Brilliant. So if you want to get your tickets online, I have that address for you. It's saultcc.ca, S-A-U-L-T, saultcc.ca, supertheatercenter.ca, and you go online, you can use your major credit card and buy your tickets that way. Super easy, and they're waiting for you at the door. You can pick them up in the mall, right? How much are tickets, Deneen?
25 for adults and 15 for students and seniors.
Fantastic.
And then we do the dinner and show on the Friday night.
Ooh.
So
where do you do the dinner in the cafeteria?
Yeah.
Who prepares it?
The cafeteria ladies that are there. And it's just it's a pasta and meatball dinner.
Pasta, meatball dinner, salad bread?
Yep.
Beautiful. And dessert, and you go then from the cafeteria right into the theater. You enjoy the show. How much are the tickets for the pasta dinner?
35 and 25.
What a bargain!
It's a bargain. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna just I go and see the Cora shows all the time because there's something about the shows at Cora. They are so special. I think because of the heart that goes into them, Deneen, honestly. And you have an amazing volunteer basis too.
Yes.
Like some of the parents who come and work on the shows and do props and costumes and sets and all that stuff, plus the kids themselves.
Yeah.
But there's a real feel about it that it's just so warm, and you can see that these performers are just loving their time on stage and loving each other. It's really, and then you get the live music as well, also under the baton of you and just.
Well, and this year,
do you share the baton?
Yes, because Ryan LaRue's coming back again for Reading Week. It's the Reading Week again this year. And so Ronnie Delson, Ryan, and a few oldies.
Yeah.
come and play, but.
Don't call them oldies. you call them veterans.
Veterans.
Yeah. Okay, listen. I want to hear you sing. Again, because I already heard her warm up. So now we're going to actually go over to the keyboard. And again, now we get a second Maria and a second song from one of my favorite musicals, The Sound of Music. Don't miss it at Cora Collegiate. Once again, show dates, February the
19th to 22nd.
Break a leg. So nice meeting you. Thanks for being here. Deneen, always a pleasure. Take it away.
What will this day be like? I wonder. What will my future be? I wonder. It could be so exciting to be out in the world, to be free. My heart should be wildly rejoicing. Oh, what's the matter with me? I've always longed for adventure. So fearsome about that. Oh, I must stop these doubts, all these worries. If I don't, I just know I'll turn back. I must dream of the things I am seeking. I am seeking the courage I lack. The courage to serve them with reliance. Face my mistakes without defiance. Show them I'm worthy, and while I'll show them, I'll show
accidents kill somewhere around 2 people a year in Ontario. Smoking kills 16,000 a year. So, what's really stupid?
I've enjoyed bum sliding with you on this Thursday, Sue.
I know, it's been wonderful. It's been a long time since I've been on bum slides.
Tell me about the YMCA fundraiser party at the Grand Gardens North.
Oh yeah, that's coming up May 8th. It's a video dance party, classic music, 60s, 70s, and 80s video dance party.
And you know, as they say, it's fun to play at the YMCA. Oh, that's this state. But it's, anyway, at the Grand Gardens North, May the 8th. You'll have to come back on the show and plug that.
Absolutely. And
tickets will be available now?
Tickets will be available in the next few days at our front desk at the Y.
Front desk at the Y.
Yeah.
Sue Ryan-Mackey, thanks for being here twice this week, my friend.
I loved it. I loved it. Today went too quick.
It did. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you.
I love you very much.
I love you too, my friend.
We love you too, Sue St. Marie. Thanks for joining us on Bum Slide Thursday. Come back tomorrow when Abby Openchain fills in for Luann on Fur and Feathers Friday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care now.